All right, so on this nice rainy day, me and my best friend changed the front inner and outer tie rods this morning. Found out my power steering rack is leaking like a sieve. So I'm gonna have to change out the steering rack. Probably do that later this year or maybe in the winter time. For now, I'm probably just gonna leave it and put the new tie rods on and align it and everything like that just to get me through the year. I mean, I work at a shop, I can do my own alignment, so it's not too big a deal. So before I do that though, I'm gonna change the rear camber arms. I'll probably do one of them on camera. I'll probably change the easier one because I wanna look like I know what I'm doing. So let's get right into that. Never done it on an E46, but I have done it on the E46. I imagine it's pretty much the same. So as you can see, the car's already jacked up off the ground in the rear. Shouldn't need to take the wheels off, but I guess we'll find out here in a minute. So the first bolt is down by the wheel right there. I believe it's a 17 mil. It possibly is an 18 millimeter. It's a cam bolt, so it's eccentric, meaning one side is bigger than the other, and then the other side is also the same way. For the stock adjustment, you would turn that, it would push the arm in and out. For the new ones, if you've seen my previous video, they are a threaded rod basically. So we can reuse those bolts just to hold it, but the eccentric part is not necessary. So let me go get some tools and we'll get that out if we can without taking the wheel off. It is an 18 millimeter. So I can't promise you're gonna see all this. I'm gonna have to get right in here, try and break this free. That wasn't so bad. Ow. I feel like a ratcheting wrench would be more suited for this. Well, apparently I can't seem to find my 18 mil ratcheting wrench, so it might be SOL on this one. Yep, guess I'm gonna have to work with the ratchet. Just keep smashing my knuckle, but that's all right. Yeah, this is gonna be a joke. I'll just fast forward to when I'm done with this. Oh, dear God, finally got it. So now, hopefully, this is not frozen inside this bushing because on my E36 it absolutely was and it took a long time to get it out. So, let's see if I can turn this. Oh yeah, okay. We're good. So I'm gonna take the eccentric washer off the other side. Right there. Probably can't see it, but it doesn't matter. Not important. So now I just need to figure out if I can get this bolt out. This little baby hammer probably will be perfect. It's turning easily. Should come right out. There we are. Okay. Old girl doesn't seem to want to come out. It'd be great if I was on my lift at work, so appreciate that I'm filming this from home just for YouTube. So stubborn. Hey, easy peasy, came right out. So the other one, let's see if I can get this. There's the one I just took out down in that hole. You follow the arm up to there. So we gotta get that one out and I gotta be able to film it without the camera being in my way. So let me figure that out real quick. I believe that's also an 18 millimeter. So, yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna try and break it loose with this. Okay. But I can't run it out because this is too thick to fit between the bolt and this CV axle, and I don't want to take this off. So I'm just gonna run it out with my wrench here. If I can get the light unstuck. All right. Normally I would have a ratcheting wrench to do this and just continue to ratchet it out, but I can't find it for some reason, so I'm just gonna run it out like this. It just takes a little longer, but for you it won't be that long, so that's what really matters. Oh. So it does have the same style nut. Hopefully you can see that. So this just, you hold up in there, and then the bolt goes through here, and then it catches on the subframe and allows you to tighten it. It's not a bad design. I don't really know why they didn't just weld the nut onto the subframe, but I guess this works just as well. So that is the same as my E46. Yeah, that's pretty stupid. So I really hope I can take this off without removing it from the spindle, because I would really not enjoy that, having to remove my whole CV axle. So I really wish I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to on my E36, so that's a bummer. So hopefully I'll be able to just remove these with impact and just spin the wheel wherever I need it. I'll have to take it out of gear, but if I can just spin the wheel and impact all these out and then move this out of the way, it shouldn't be too bad. Naturally, one has to be stuck. So what I just did there is I put this on here, locked it up against the frame, and I pushed on the wheel, and it actually broke it free because of the torque from using the differential, which is pretty sweet. It wasn't even that tight. I don't know why I had that much of a problem. Guess the old earthquake's getting kind of weak. Hopefully that gives me just enough to get this bolt out of here. Finally. So it looks like they just made this a lot harder than on the E36 because this plastic is in the way too. This I had to take out, which I did not on the E36, but this would be just way easier on a lift. So anyway, I guess I'm gonna have to take this plastic out, or at least this one bolt that's like way up inside. So I'm just gonna drop that one bolt down out of there, and I'm gonna pry the plastic here down because I don't think I need to take it all the way off, and then I could just move this bar down and then out. And aha, got it. So as you can see, there's the new part versus the old part, and it's definitely not as long. So I just need to make it the same length as this one, just roughly, before I drive it. I'm gonna align it the first time I drive it, so that's no worries. So I'm gonna line this up as best I can, and then we'll install this also as best I can. Just depends on if I have to take the wheel off to put this in, because I can bend this, can't bend this. All right, as you can see, I have them about the same. I just put it kind of in the middle of this hole because it's slotted on this one. It's just round on this one. I put it about in the middle, and then this one's about lined up. It doesn't need to be exact, good enough for now. So I'm just gonna put these, actually I might mark it, and then if I need to readjust it after I can, but for now I'm just gonna run these in to here and here, just kind of finger tighten them, put it in, and then I'll tighten them up. So I'm gonna try and get this up in here. Let's see if we can do it without taking the wheel off. All right, so I'm gonna put the eccentric bolt through the spindle here, get that lined up. Sorry if you're seeing my face with a weird light. The bushing on the spindle here is pretty loose, but it doesn't feel loose in a bad way, but it's definitely kind of moving around. So I'm probably gonna have to tap this in, so I'm gonna move this. Hopefully you're still in frame for this. I'm just gonna tap the bolt through. Probably can just do it like this. Okay. All right, that is through. I'm gonna put the washer back on the back side. It has a little notch in it, so I gotta line that up first before I can put it on, but there we go. And I'm just gonna loosely put this nut on. Okay, so now that is lined up. Let me get you back over here. So now back up in here where the other bolt was, I'm gonna push the wheel to line the bolt hole up, and I'm just gonna try and work that in. I might have to put my foot against the tire and push so I can hold this up with my other hand. You probably can't see anything, but I kind of need to get it done, so I'll just see how this works. The bolt is started up in here, just barely. I'm having a hard time getting it any better. Again, you probably won't be able to see much, but I can't really put the camera in here. So I'm not sure what the problem is here, but I can't seem to get this bolt to go in. It seems like it's lined up. Oh, there we go. Okay. One interesting thing I'm noticing, not sure what your framing is like here, but one interesting thing I'm noticing is that this lock bolt, I really don't know how you're supposed to get to it once you're doing the alignment, because you would adjust it here and there's a lock nut on this end, but like this one you can't get to because the subframe is in the way, so that's going to be something I'm going to have to figure out, but for now I guess this will do. I did have to shorten this a little bit to get it to line up correctly. Like I said, for now it doesn't really matter too much. I could always adjust the camber a little bit once I set it on the ground. I'm just going to snug it up. Then I got to take this this bolt right, or this nut, the weird one, and feed it up through the back here. You know, feel where the bolt's going through. Of course, now I can't get the bolt back out. So this is a bit of a pain. So that's loose now, there we go. All right, so I have that nut right there, tightened in. So I just need to snug this up nice and tight. I can make this hand tight for now. We'll come back over to the other side here. And then I have to tighten this one down. And then this arm is technically installed. And then I'll put this plastic back up and it should be done for this side. This is the easy side, so that's making me a little bit concerned about the other side. Oh, and I have to reinstall the bolts for the CV axle, but that's pretty simple. So let me just get this tightened up and we'll be in business. Really wish I didn't lose my ratcheting wrench. All right, so that's tightened up. See what I mean by it's not really a bushing in there. It's like a ball joint almost. It doesn't feel loose, like it's clunking, like it's got play, but it's definitely moving around a little bit. But I guess that's all right. So let me put that little tiny screw back in. And it looks like this plastic does rub on the new arm, but I can't really blame the arm because I think the old arm rubbed too, but it had plastic on it, so. And just get that. Once you get two of them started, it's pretty much home free from there. Is there a torque spec for these? Probably. Should you do it? Yes. Do I know that this will work just fine? Yes. Not my first rodeo with this, so I know that these will be just fine tightened like that. But you should definitely follow the torque spec if doing this yourself. All right, and just like that, it's in. Wow, that wasn't so hard. All right, so that took me about an hour. That's with recording. So I'm assuming if you go to do it by yourself, it should be like 45 minutes, half an hour. As long as it doesn't go too bad. Mine was a little bit stuck, but that's because I live in the Northeast. If you live down south or something like that, it's probably not so bad. I gotta get this car ready for the rest of the week because I gotta drive out to New Hampshire towards the end of the week. So I gotta make sure she's at least up in a little bit of shape to drive out 4 hours. So hopefully I can get all this done, get it aligned by then, and we'll figure it out. But thanks for watching. Stick around for more videos, and I'll let you know when I have more stuff to do on this car. I'm sure it'll be soon. It always needs something. See you later.